From its mountains to its coasts, Taiwan is littered with lakes large and small. Though their total area accounts for less than 1% of the island, they create a wide range of habitats and play an important role in Taiwan's biological diversity. Lakes can be defined as fixed bodies of water, man-made or natural, that are surrounded by land. Their origin, geography, and the presence or absence of human management has created the diverse lentic ecologies of Taiwan's lakes. In most cases, lake formation is closely linked to topography. The majority of lakes lie in mountain valleys, where river or rainwater has collected over the years. Sometimes, dammed lakes appear suddenly, following seismic or other geological activity. Low-altitude lakes suffer the most human interference. Full of nutrient salts, they provide habitat to numerous freshwater fish, making them primary feeding sites for water birds. Medium-altitude lakes lie mostly in mountain forests. Heavily influenced by rainfall, they are important habitats for aquatic plants and wildlife. High-altitude lakes also rely on rainfall. They tend to be shallow with simple vegetation. At 3,520 meters, Xueshan's Green Pool is the highest lake in Taiwan and all Southeast Asia. Formed by glacial erosion during the Ice Age, the lake is littered with slate shards. The remote lake is surrounded by Taiwan's largest pure blue star juniper forest. High in the central mountain range, Taiwan's largest Yushan Cane Plain stretches tens of kilometers and is dotted with lakes and ponds. These include Qicai Lake, Tunlu Pond, Wanli Pond, and Baisher Pond. Jiaming Lake is Taiwan's second highest lake. Slightly oval in shape, it is also known as Angel Tear and is believed to have been created by a meteor strike. Like pearls from heaven, carelessly thrown across the alpine grass plain. These glinting lakes are an important life source to thirsty hikers and wild animals alike. At dawn, Formosan sombers slowly emerge to drink and forage on tender Yushan cane that stays lush and green despite the dry season. Tile darners flutter their gossamer wings, darting at the lake's edge. In the depths, dragonfly larvae, diving beetles, caddisfly larvae, and other aquatic insects can be seen. Caddisfly larvae make nests in the mud from small stones, Taiwan fir needles, and Yushan cane. They degrade sunken matter, allowing alpine lakes to maintain their depth and delay their progression back to dry land. A cold wind brings the year's first snow and a thin layer of ice to these alpine lakes. A fallen tree silently endures the cold, while frost-covered lamp rushes stand tall against the chill. The rising sun shines bravely from behind the clouds, reminding the earth that spring and her flowers will soon be here. North Taiwan's medium-altitude lakes lie hidden deep in the mountains. Every year, from October to April, the northeast monsoon brings abundant rain, filling the lakes to their brims. The large and small lakes and marshes here include Taiwan's largest natural lake, Yuanyang Lake, the Jialuo group of lakes, Shenmi Lake, which is famous for its diverse aquatic plants, and Jialuo Lake. Reaching Jialuo Lake is like entering a mysterious fairyland. During the dry season, the plants at the edge of the lake follow the receding water in lines to form a shallow S-shaped pool. The tiny flowers of arrow-leaved tear thumb are like stars along the swirling Milky Way. The harsh barking call of the Formosan muntjac shatters the silence of Jialuo Lake. Its rounded caramel form appears nervously from the woods. Even as it drinks from the lake, this creature remains instinctively alert to danger. In the afternoon, a veil of mist blows in, swathing the forest and valleys. The moon rises slowly, and a white-faced flying squirrel peeks its head from a tree hole and quietly waits for night to fall. In the folklore of the Atayal people of Nan'ao, Shenmi Lake is a sacred lake they keep their distance from. The ever-changing climate and relative seclusion have allowed many wild species to inhabit the region undisturbed, including several rare aquatic plants. Shenmi Lake is an aging lake in the later stages of succession. Water flow in the lake basin is very slow or non-existent, allowing the accumulation of sediment and nutrients, resulting in extensive plant growth. With the passage of time, the dense growth of burreeds, bog bulrush, and other emergent aquatic plants and terrestrial plants expands, and the cycle from swamp to marsh to forested wetland continues. Most of South Taiwan's medium-altitude lakes are situated within broadleaf virgin forests in the Dawushan region. Many are the subject of indigenous legends. Da-guei Lake is known by the Da-guei people as Talub Aringi, meaning place of great evil, the evil being the highly poisonous 100-pace snake that lives near the lake. At an average depth of 15 meters, Da-guei Lake is Taiwan's deepest natural medium-altitude lake. Made up of 3 swamps, Da-guei Lake forms the yang or masculine side of the yin-yang harmony that complements Siao-guei Lake, which the Da-guei call Taidrengere, meaning feminine elegance and purity. Both lakes are the resting place of the Da-guei's ancestral spirits and their traditional hunting grounds. According to Da-guei legend, if a mortal goes near the lakes or shouts loudly, a thick fog will rapidly descend, disorientating the perpetrator and making it hard to find his way home. The wetland forest ecology is complex with many wild animals. A stream running from the lakes is an important feeding ground. The sun rises in the distance, sparkling on the lake and driving out the night's cold in threads of steam. The early birds strut at the water's edge, enjoying nature's benevolence. Ancient trees surround the lake. A fallen log bathes in the steaming pool. Gradually, the mists disperse, and the journeying wind gently caresses the lake's face, as if quietly recounting an old tale. The temperate climate of Taiwan's low-altitude lakes creates a diversity of emergent aquatic plants and wetland species. Fish swim lazily in the shallows. Such a bounty of food is not missed by the waterfowl, herons, and waders that inhabit these lakes. As our boat moves gently forward, like excited children, we are surprised and moved by each moment. The setting sun paints the heavens and earth in a blaze of spectacular color. Taiwan's largest artificial lake, Sun Moon Lake, was once 2 shallow marshy lakes, one shaped like the sun to the east and the other like the crescent moon to the west, with Lalu Island in the middle. The lake was expanded to generate hydroelectric power by the Japanese. They built an underground channel, dammed the Jialuo Creek, and flooded many small hills to create the partially man-made lake seen today. Nanren Lake and Yuanyang Lake in South Taiwan have also been shaped by human hands into artificial lakes. Reservoirs, too, are another type of artificial lake. Their main function is to hold water for hydroelectric power, irrigation, and water supply. However, river dams collect much silt and sediment that, over time, reduces the amount of water held, drastically diminishing reservoirs' useful lifespan. Although the development of tourism and road construction brings us closer to nature, it also changes the ecological balance of Taiwan's lakes. Mist-shrouded alpine lakes are held sacred by religious groups and are often used for ceremonies in which non-native species are released into the wild and paper money is burned. These acts pollute the water and destroy the ecology. Free of human interference, due to their relative inaccessibility, Zhongling Pond and Lunbi Pond are covered in water shield, the delicate pink flowers of which dot the lake's surface. Water shield is only found in Yilan County. The water caltrop species, Trapa incisa, and other species native to shuanglianpi are now endangered and could become extinct in the wild. Shuanglianpi wetland is home to over 300 plants, one-third of which are aquatic. However, human interference, including development of land for agricultural purposes and the large-scale release of Chinese grass carp, have destroyed the natural habitat, endangering countless aquatic plants. Menghuan Pond, situated on a quiet, misty plain within Qixing Mountain, is slowly disappearing because of aggressive plant growth around it and seasonal summer droughts, threatening the survival of a rare aquatic fern species, Isis taiwanensis, growing there. In recent years, lake ecology and habitat improvement research has helped repopulate the species and protect its habitat. Taiwan's government and NGOs are investing large amounts of time and money to save Taiwan's lakes. Nature reserves and protected areas have been established at Menghuan Pond, Yuanyang Lake, Nanren Lake, and shuanglianpi, and continue to be created. Furthermore, the Taiwan Endemic Species Research Institute of the Cabinet-level Council of Agriculture systematically conducts projects to conserve and monitor lake species, including aquatic plants, mammals, benthic insects, etc., in the hope of maintaining sustainable habitat use. Taiwan's lakes are shining pearls, adding color to the mountains and forests. They are Earth's mirrors, reflecting heaven and the clouds. As the wind lightly kisses the lake's faces, ripples appear, like a mother's smile. As long as we cherish this smile, these laden fishing boats will always be here to carry us to our spiritual homeland.